Good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to Marietta College eSports. My name is Matt Williamson. I will be your shoutcaster for today. We have a very exciting match for you. We have the Marietta College eSports team, our League of Legends team, going up against Indiana University. This is part of the Teemo Cup. As we've been saying for a couple of weeks now, there was the regular season. The Pioneers, unfortunately, did not advance to the playoffs, but they were able to participate in the Teemo Cup, and we are actually in the semifinals of the Teemo Cup. But if they're going to make it to the finals, they have to go up against Indiana University. And I'll say a couple things about this team. They are actually part of a different conference during the regular season. So CLAW was actually broken up into four main conferences: North, South, East, West. However, a couple of the NCAA conferences had their own built-in League of Legends conference, and the Big Ten decided to have their own conference. So Indiana was actually part of that. Now they didn't make it to playoffs either, so they're part of the Team Cup as well. So obviously they're here in the semifinals. So whoever wins this will be playing in the finals next week. Now, as far as who the opponent will be for the finals, we're not sure yet. It's speculated that it will be PLA, but we'll have to see. First things first, we do need to get through this match and see if the Pioneers do advance. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for our Pioneers. So as we said a couple weeks now, we have made a couple changes in our lanes. So Cressman now is in the top lane instead of the mid lane. We have Bludger in the jungler instead of the top lane. And we have Larson in the mid lane instead of the jungler. Our AD carry is still Dangerous Doge, and MC Cowboy is still our support. Now we do have the lobby set up. So now we're just kind of waiting to see when everyone is ready. And yes, I think we're coming in and out of the lobby. Once that's all taken care of, we will get the first game. This is a best of 3 series, and Marietta will be starting on the red side for game 1. As we are waiting for the game to start, like I said, Indiana is a pretty good team. Although they didn't advance in the playoffs in the Big Ten Conference, they should not be underestimated. Many of the players are diamond ranked, and even their support just recently got promoted to challenger. So they do have some very skilled players. So our Pioneers will be up against a formidable challenge, but they can definitely rise up to the occasion. So as we are waiting here, as I'm checking lobby chat now, they're checking to see if both sides are ready. Both sides are saying they are ready. I'm going to go ahead and get the audio up here because we should be getting into Champ Select any second now. They're all saying ours. And here we go, game 1 of Marietta College up against Indiana University. As we said, Marietta will be on the red side, so Indiana will be on the blue side. So first see what kind of bans are going to take place here. We're not going to be today. We do see Lissandra being banned, although she did take a couple of nerfs in this latest patch. We are in patch 9.7. She's still very formidable, so we will not see Lissandra. We see Malzahar being banned. It is one of Indiana's mid laners' favorite champions. We see Ari being banned. That is one of Larson's favorite champions as well. So a lot of targeting in the mid lane so far.
Draven out.
We see the Draven being banned. Very nasty on the right player. So we will not see him at all.
Like, absolutely.
And we see the Vladimir being banned. It almost seems like those were all target bans for Larson. And finally we see the Hecarim ban. Hecarim has been seeing some play, especially in this patch, just because he can be really good at top, really good at jungle. So we're definitely a pretty good pick there. Right now, Indiana is hovering over Irelia, but now it's hovering over Silas. Silas did take a couple of hits, but that doesn't mean he's bad now. And they do lock in Silas. Now that could be a top Silas, it could be a mid Silas, so that is a flex pick. But we'll see how Marietta decides to respond to that. What Marietta wants to build around that. They're hovering over the Urgots, another potential flex pick. Could be in the top lane, it could be in the mid. Some people have even used Urgot in the jungle. But right now, we still don't really have any idea what comp we're going with either one. And we see the Morgana getting picked out on Marietta's side. That's another champion that recently could go in a variety of directions. Could be mid, could be support. We don't know for sure. So right now, we're just seeing a lot of flex picks going here and there. Now we'll see how Indiana will respond to those selections. And we see the Vel'Koz getting picked. Another, I mean, your inclination would be, okay, that's a mid, Vel'Koz and Silas up top. But I have seen Vel'Koz support. So right now we're just seeing so many flex champions. It's almost like we're playing a game of chess here with Champ Select. Because right now we really don't know who's going where just yet. That makes this exciting. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about this. Okay, we see the Kaiser. That's the first champion that would not be flex pick. That is definitely going into the bot lane. That's definitely going to Dire Pump. So we got our first confirmed champion in a specific role. So the Jarvan getting picked. So that answers a couple of questions. So Jarvan will be jungle, so Bludger will be playing him, and that's most likely a top Urgot. I don't think that's going to be Urgot. So we're starting to see a couple of the pieces put together. Now we're just phase advancing.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
So we will not see him. So it appears that the jungler still needs to be selected for Indiana. So we will not see Zhao. So 4 targets in the mid lane. So it seems like Indiana's strategy is just to try to ban out Larson's champion pool. But as Larson assured me earlier, he has a
The weak fear
pool.
the shadows.
It's like an
Fear
ocean.
controls them.
And we see the Kayn being banned, so we will not see him in the jungle. And finally we see Zed, so they are really focusing on Larson, but Larson doesn't have a champion pool. He has a champion ocean. So they're not going to be able to ban him out. The Xayah getting picked for the AD carry. So at least some options. Okay, so Ivern's being covered. That's I've seen some play recently. The Rengar could be interesting. They walk into Rengar for the jungle. Now they're hovering over that Irelia again. Now they finally go with the Kazakhs in the last second. So we see Kazakhs in the jungle. So now let's take a look at the final piece of Indiana's puzzle B. And they are still hovering over Irelia, and they do pick that. So that once again, they're really trying to do something. So that's a Vel'Koz support for sure. That is definitely Vel'Koz support. And we see the Rakan being picked. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Morgana mid. That's right. We have a Morgana mid. And it looks like Morgana will be going up against Silas. Yeah, so it looks like we have all the pieces figured out here. So Irelia will be top, Kazakh's jungle, Silas mid, Kai'Sa AD carry, Vel'Koz support. For Marietta will be Urgot top, Jarvan in jungle, Morgana mid, Xayah, and Rakan at support. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup, especially the Morgana Silas. I mean, Morgana definitely can deal well with the AP. Have to see how that matchup goes. That we'll have to wait 3 minutes before we can actually watch this game. So, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with eSports at Marietta College. I said this before. We have 3 official teams. We have our League of Legends team. We have our Overwatch team that's just been building a pretty good roster lately. I doubt there's going to be any tournaments between now and the end of the semester since a couple weeks left anyway. But the Overwatch team is looking very promising. And we have our Rocket League team. Trying to keep an eye out, see if AL does another community tournament, which it's still possible this month. They seem to do one every month, so if that does happen, we'll let you know. Now, how would you find out if there's a tournament coming? Well, there's a couple things you can do. First, you can follow our Twitch channel here, and we appreciate everyone who follows us. So that way, when we go live, you are aware of it, notified, and also follow us on our various social. Have our Facebook page, facebook.com/Marietta College eSports. You can go to Twitter page at Marietta eSports. You could even subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see any of our past broadcasts. We do record all of our broadcasts that appear on Twitch, put them onto YouTube a week later. So this match will be posted on our YouTube a week from today. But if you want to see this match later on before that, so if you're impatient, you don't want to wait a whole week. You want to see the VOD right afterwards or even next week, you can always subscribe to our channel. And your subscriptions, your support would help build our program. Hiring additional staff, equipment, looking into scholarships, so all that would definitely be helpful. Now, if you don't want to dish out any money, that's perfectly understandable. You could spread the word about the program. If you have Twitch Prime, you could use your Twitch Prime sub to help us out. And if you don't have Twitch Prime, well, if you have Amazon Prime, you technically have Twitch Prime. All you gotta do is just create a Twitch account, link it to your Amazon Prime account, and boom, you got Twitch Prime, which gives you all sorts of free stuff. You can get loot, such as free champion skins from League of Legends. You can even get Nintendo Online for free for 1 whole year. That's amazing. You can do all that to support our programs. That way you can help us with building new teams and be able to see any updates. So speaking of new team updates, I am pleased to announce that we do have an official 4th team for Marietta College eSports. We have now started a Fortnite team. Yes, you heard that correctly. I've started a Fortnite team. Now, I know reactions can be fixed, but there is now a standard for esports competition in Fortnite. We'll be exploring that, and although we will not be participating in any competitions this semester, we do hope to be part of the Fortnite League that's run by C-Star League and AVGL next year. We are looking. So with that, the 3-minute delay is over, so we're now in the loading screen. Once we have everything there for you, we will get the game underway. So just give us a minute here. If I have the correct game capture here. Game has started. Let me get the UI here up and running. That fixed up. Get this set up here. No, not that. There we go. That's better. And then here we are. Game 1 of Marietta College versus Indiana. So looks like the traditional line of scrimmage. We don't see
30 seconds until minions spawn.
No group ups. Don't see anything weird going on here yet. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Emotes coming out. Couple pings here and there.
Here we go. Minions have spawned.
So not a whole lot going on here. I mean, once again, it's just going to come down to those matchups and see how they do. See a couple pings going on in the bot side. I think Indiana will start with the red buff. Marietta will start with the buff. Nothing weird there. I will say that the Vel'Koz support will be interesting in the bot lane to see how Marietta fares against that. Vel'Koz is one that's going to be very trolly. Definitely with this range can poke a lot, so that could definitely have an effect in how the bot lane fares. It looks like Cressman is still just going to go with a very deep build. There is a mechanic right now with Cressman's call that life on hit can definitely have an effect, especially when you stack multiple, even though you need passages, but that life on hit really help heal Urgot to full. So that's going to depend on Cressman being able to build that up though. If he's not able to, then he's not going to be very viable at that. Harassment going on the bot lane, so Vel'Koz is definitely trying his best to poke out both dangerous Cowboys. No, not really a gank attempt there, but Silence was able to get away. But that does give Indiana the opportunity to point out exactly where Fletcher is, so they know when to push out. Vel'Koz is actually taking quite a few turret hits, although Dangerous though just getting pretty low himself. That could have been a kill there, but it looks like both Dangerous Doge and have to back out because of how low he is. That's going to give Indiana's bot lane a chance to get some vision. Do see some things coming out, but nothing major yet. As far as CS goes, it does look like both the top and bottom lanes are struggling against Indiana, but although it's probably expected the top lane just because Irelia is more of an offensive type champion and Urgot's more tanky right now. From a vision perspective, Marietta's vision is pretty good here. Just getting some nice wards in the bottom river, getting a little bit of wards in their blue side jungle, but they at least can spot out exactly where Kha'Zix is, just like right there as he roams over. Marietta's able to spot out that he's going for the top river scuttle crab. We do see an engage going on here. And Dive is getting very low, and first blood will go to Marietta. So a very nice gank attempt there by Bludger. And we see another attack onto Vel'Koz getting very low, but it looks like he's going to get away. And we see a gank attempt on the Crestman, and he will pay for it. Oh no, the turret does execute Kha'Zix. Looks like Kha'Zix's gonna try to get something here, but the binding will stop him. And we do see an all-in by the Dragon. The Cataclysm comes out, but Bludger will pay for it. But Vel'Koz will go down, but the rest of Indiana there is there to retaliate, so this will be a Cloud Drake for Indiana. We do see another attack onto Larson. It looks like he's going to get caught out. And that is another kill that goes to Indiana. So right now, at a little over 10 minutes, Indiana is in the lead by about almost 3k gold. And bot lane is still getting harassed pretty handily, and the kill goes to Yanma in that case. We do see the Cataclysm coming out, but nothing really connects there.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Right now, a lot of pings are going out by Marietta's blue buff, and they just get the pounce onto Bludger there. They were just waiting for him, and then they're going to get another kill onto Danger Stoach. So right now, this is not looking good for the Pioneers. Right now, Indiana's just doing a really good job going out and just trying to find picks and catching people off by themselves and able to finish them off. They're just roaming all over the place looking for single kills. So Marietta is going to have to start grouping up if they're going to fight their way back. And it does look like the Indiana will very closely be able to take out this second tower. Very low, so another wave push will probably be enough, but Marietta is there to try to defend it. Meanwhile, Cressman is trying to defend the top tower, and it looks like he had to abandon the strategy where he uses the call to heal. So Mountain Drake is up, so that will be the next objective. So and it looks like the pings are already coming out for this Drake, so we may see a fight there. Although with Indiana being up by about 8,000 gold, it's going to be really difficult for Marietta to be able to contest this. Unless they look at a pick and get someone off, at least take them down. And we do see the attempt on the Vel'Koz, but it didn't quite work. And the dragon does go to Indiana as a result. Right now, Marietta's only hope is to try to find picks themselves, because with Indiana winning all 3 lanes, and with that kind of goal lead, almost 9,000 at 15.5 minutes into the game, the only way that Marietta's going to be able to come back is to try to isolate someone and pick them off one at a time. But Indiana is not giving them a chance to do that. We do see the bind coming out by Larson, but it just does not work, and he gets dangerously low. But he will get away. And that is another tower for Indiana. So it's 16 minutes. That's four towers to 0 for Indiana. And while that's going on, Indiana has done a really good job with their vision. We can see the bottom half of the jungle just completely warded. So once again, Marietta's hope is just going to be able to find someone, pick them off, and establish vision as they try to progress through the jungle. And it does appear that they will be able to get the Rift Herald as well, and there's not much that Marietta can do about this. And it looks like they're going to rotate over to the top lane to get this tower, and they're probably going to use the Rift Herald here as well after finishing off Cressman. We do see the Rift Herald coming out. So we may be seeing a fight here pretty soon with the Rift Herald taking up that turret aggro. So they may try to go for a dive. In fact, it's Marietta that goes for the dive and actually gets 2 kills and gets a couple of shutdowns, and they may get a 3rd kill, so that's 3 for 0 for Marietta. This is exactly what they need to come back, although the fight's not over just yet. Marietta is still looking to chase them down. So we do see a little bit of damage going into Vel'Koz, although MC Cowboy got really low, and Silas used Jarvan's ult to isolate him and take him down. So they're going back to chase Silas. And then all that's left is Vel'Koz. Question is, will they catch him? And it looks like they will, so that is an unofficial ace for the Pioneers, but they did lose 3 people in the process. The Irelia has returned to try to get some kills, and she'll pop her ult and actually get a kill in the process, but will die for it. So we're just seeing kill after kill after kill. But that definitely does help. That shutdown gold, although it does lower the gold difference by about 8,000 gold in this case, that's still pretty substantial less than 20 minutes into the game. So by no means is Marietta out of the woods just yet. And while that's going on, Indiana was able to secure the Ocean Drake. But Marietta's going to have to find more favorable team fights. And it does show that even with that gold difference, Marietta does have a favorable comp. But they're going to have to be careful here. As we see, Indiana is looking for the pick. They know the Jarvan's over by that Grump, and they're just waiting to see, and they're already trying to pounce on him. And already got him under half health. And Kai'Sa burns her ult to finish off Jarvan. With that, Indiana is looking to the split push with Irelia on the top, although she will back away. It looks like they're going to be rotating over towards mid to try to get some pressure onto the inhibitor tower. But Mary's got to look for the pick, and they're going to go all in onto Vel'Koz and do get him. They do get a pick, which helps. Every little bit is going to help them fight back, but they're going to still be able to defend these inhibitor towers. The pings are actually going out for the Baron. The question is, are they going to start up the Baron? I mean, it's only 22 minutes, so they could, and they are going to start up the Baron. I mean, they have a pretty hefty goal lead right now, so it does make sense. The question is, can Marietta get over there to stop it? And the Baron's so low, I don't think they're going to make it. And Baron will go to Indiana. So at this point, Indiana may be looking for a team fight. We see Larson going in with the bind and the Zanyas, but will not catch anyone. Even flashed for that too and didn't get anyone out of that. And then we do see the team fight. And there's already 2 down for the Pioneers, although Vel'Koz will go down, but everyone's just very low. And that is a 4-for-1 with Irelia getting the quadra kill. That may be enough to finish the game. There will be a shutdown there, but there is the inhibitor that will be going to let this go down. It looks like they are pushing to try to finish up the game with the Baron powered and minions. So one Nexus tower is down, the second one is getting very low, but Marion is going to try to stop them. And Indiana will just back away. They're just trying to get his pick, but they're trying to 2v1, and Indiana is just has too much gold to be able to 2v1 at this point. They've already taken down Kai'Sa, and it looks like they're going to get bludgeoned down too. Their Kha'Zix will pay for it, but that's still a 1-for-2 in Indiana's favor.
Red team's turret has
Marina's got to make a pretty big goal line stand here if they're going to be able to stay in this game. But right now, Indiana has complete control of the map. With super minions going down the mid lane, looks like they're already hovering over the next dragon. They can take whatever blue or red buffs they want. The Mountain Drake will go to Indiana, so that's going to help to finish off the last remaining Nexus tower even more. It looks like they're all rotating to the bot lane. They're going to be eyeing that inhibitor since the tower's already down. And with that, two of the Pioneers are already down, and Irelia gets another kill, and Vel'Koz finishes out their last two. So that is an ace, and that is going to be game 1 to Indiana. But that was definitely a very rough game, and I was saying before, we cannot underestimate Indiana for that reason. They're a very good team. Now, this is a best of 3, so we can't count them out just yet. So we'll have to see what adjustments can be made. So give us a second as we get into the lobby for game 2. Give us a second here to get that set up here. While this is getting set up, Marietta will be on the blue side this time, so they will get the first pick. So we'll just have to see what kind of adjustments they make in their composition. Part of it looks like that Irelia was part of the issue there. It's a very powerful Irelia. We'll have to see if they make any adjustments there. Although the problem is you can't let them still have their Draven or Malzahar because those are very powerful champions. And Hecarim is still one of those that can be a variety of lanes. So I am seeing the ready checks coming in. Give us 1 second here as we're getting things set up. Alright, we are underway with game 2. Give me a second here as we get a couple things adjusted. So we do see the Malzahar being banned.
I'm absolutely livid.
And we see the Vladimir being banned again. We're probably expecting the same bans from Indiana.
Draven out.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
See what Mary decides to do with their third ban.
You don't have this.
And we see the Lucian being banned. That's an interesting pick. So they don't want to... Yeah, they don't want to see their AD carry being in the bot lane. You see Lissandra being banned again. And Marietta decides to first pick the Hecarim. It looks like they're going with the Sylas and the Rengar. That's probably Sylas mid and Rengar jungle, but I'm not sure yet because I think there's a lot of variables in the air right now. Because the lineup here is a little different too. It looks like Direbot might be top lane, Yamba might be ADC, and Daedric, who was top, is now support. And they looks like Maria's going for the Echo. That's another one that could go top or mid, so that can be in a variety of directions. They go with the Olaf. So this is, at this point, it's starting to look like they're going with solo queue picks. Because either Rengar or Olaf will be in the jungle, but not both.
But I get it.
And we do see the Thresh being banned.
Fine, I'll just be over here.
Looks like Indiana was banning out Zaya, so they're trying to focus on the AD carry now. Trying to limit his champion pool.
Your judgment is clouded.
And we do see the Taric being banned for Marietta, so we will not see that as support. And they immediately lock in the Vayne. See how Marietta is going to respond to this. And the last pick, okay, they do get the Sivir, so now we'll see what the final pick will be. This will most likely be Port. They do Rakan as the last pick. And they pick Fiddlesticks. So that's looks like it's gonna be a Fiddlesticks support. I have heard of earlier today about some people using Fiddlesticks. But we'll see how that goes. But this looks like a very solo queue-ish type composition coming from Indiana. Alright, so we are in the spectator delay, so we are going to have to wait and see in 3 minutes exactly what happens. So while we're doing that, please be sure to follow us on all of our social media sites. Follow our Twitch channel here. You can follow us on Facebook at Marietta College eSports, Twitter at Marietta eSports. You can follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the links are provided in our Twitch channel below. We also do want to thank our friends over at Blind Wave for hosting with us. They do periodically host our broadcasts on their channel. So if you are watching this from Blind Wave, welcome. Hope you're having a great time. So although Indiana has taken their first game, it is possible for Marietta to come back. Now, granted, it is going to be a challenge, but they can rise to the occasion. I was mentioning earlier, just as I think I said right before the first game started. So we have officially started a Fortnite team. We do have 4 esports teams right now. Although with Fortnite, we probably won't be doing any competitions. AVGL is doing a tournament tomorrow, but none of the players are ready for that just yet. But we do hope to be a part of the Sea Star League that happens, and it's a year-long season. And then if any tournaments are popped up by AVGL, we do hope to participate in that. So we can say that we do have 4 official esports teams. Give me a second here. As we were waiting here, I'm double checking a couple things here that was brought to my attention. So we should be starting up very soon. We've got 20 seconds left in the spectator delay. So once that's over, we will be able to get that match to you. looks like the game is loaded up here, so let me get the UI here set up. So here we go. This is game 2, best of 3 of Marietta College versus Indiana. But Marietta will be on the blue side this time, and it looks like Indiana will be going for an invade right from the get-go. And Marietta's doing their line of scrimmage, so I have to see if Marietta can spot it out and try to avoid getting caught in the invade. They do get a good amount of damage onto MC Cowboy, but they will not get the kill. But at this point, Marietta should be aware that they're all in the red jungle. So Marietta does take advantage of this, and they do get the counter invade and try to get some vision over in their in Indiana's red jungle. So if Indiana's going to take Marietta's red buff, then I guess Marietta can take Indiana's red buff. We do see the gank attempt in the top lane, and Olaf will burn his flash to escape, but that is a flash that they were able to get out of that. Not much going on right now. I mean, as far as the CS battle goes, bot lane's actually doing pretty well. Silver is doing a great job of just trying to keep up the waves. Mid lane, you see Echo's just a little bit behind, but nothing to be worried about. The big difference is in the top lane, and we do see Silas taking a good amount of damage. Although he got close enough to the turret that Echo had to back away. Although we do see Cressman getting some damage onto Olaf, and that is first blood to Marietta. So despite the CS difference, Hecker was able to get some kills. And we do see Jarvan in there getting a gank attempt, and we do see Vayne going down. So that is 2 kills for the Pioneers about almost 5 minutes into this game. So that is a really good start. So even with the changes in the lanes, so I don't know if Indiana was just doing that to say, yeah, we're just going to swap some lanes for funsies or something. but Marietta is looking to try to punish him for that, so a really good start there to getting 2 kills. And we'll see Larson with the thumbs up emote going out. So it doesn't look like anything else is really going on just yet. I mean, Bludger's getting his Raptors. We see Rengar kind of going around in his red jungle. See a little bit of training going in the mid lane, or at least some damage going on to Echo, but Larson gets away from that. Well, Olaf was able to get a little bit of damage on Cressman, but he's not worried about it. We actually do see a couple of fights going on in the jungle and in the mid lane. Actually, we're just seeing damage traded left and right in all of the lanes. Vayne trying to get some damage onto Silver. The waves are being cleared. The Vayne will take a turret shot for that. See Olaf trying to get some damage onto Hecarim there. The Cressman's already about half health, so he's got to be very careful. He does have his crafting potion, but I don't know if he has any stacks of it left. And we see the ult coming in for both Cressman and Olaf. But Olaf goes down anyway. And we get a DC. Alright, so there is a pause, so it looks like that looks like Dire Bomb D there. So they are going to have to wait for him to reconnect. Although I don't know if he earned that kill or not. Not anything else in the chat here. It's just a D. So we're just going to have to wait for a little bit for him to connect. And sure enough, right on cue, it says he's reconnected. So as soon as he's good, we will be able to resume this game. But about 8 minutes, Marietta is ahead, 3 kills. The gold lead is still pretty small. It is about 900 gold. So despite the 3 kills, I think the big difference here is yes. Alright, let's see the gold difference while we are waiting. Actually, Cressman's ahead by about 400 gold. Bludger's ahead by about 200 gold. Larson's ahead, not by much, about 20 gold. Bot lane ahead by about 200 gold. Then MC Cowboys ahead by a little under 200. Well, actually, even with the CS difference, top lane, because Cressman was able to get a kill and an assist, he actually is ahead on gold over Olaf. If Marietta plays this intelligently and tries to maintain, get the ganks, get the kills, we're gonna be looking at a game 3. And I don't know about you, but I would love to have a game 3, especially because if Marietta loses, then they're out of the Teemo Cup, and then Indiana moves on to the finals. So if you're hoping that we could take this to game 3, let's see that hype in the chat. And we do see another gank attack by Marietta. And I think all they got. Oh, and we do see another. We see the Cataclysm going out on the blue buff. Rengar's going to take some damage, and he's going to go down. Oh, Marietta's on the aggressive side, and they get both Vayne and Fiddlesticks down. That is 6 kills. I was about to talk about how Vayne had to burn her heal and Fiddlesticks burned the ignite, but then here we see on the other side Rengar going down, and then we see 2 kills going on the bottom lane. What is going on here? You already see a 2v1 going on in the mid lane, although Silas is tough, but they're gonna try. Silas will burn the flash, the Cataclysm will go out.
Shut down.
That was probably not worth it, because Silas just went down, but then you give him the shutdown gold. Yeah. But Silas died. Alright, so just gotta play a little smart here, not. But this 7 with a little over 1,000 difference. About 400 at least. Down there, although Silas and Rengar are there too, so looking for the counter gank. Looks like we do see an engage going out. They are going to get bludgered, although Larson's going to get the counter kill onto Rengar, but he's going to pay for it. Both Silas and Fiddles there. That was a fun. Although while that's going on, Silver does get Vayne down. I guess it's a 2 for 2? We'll call that a 2 for 2. Silas is trying to harass on much. Definitely out here. Opportunity. Yeah, so I have a feeling that the next team fight will dig. See some damage again with the Cowboys. Some trouble here. That actually might be enough. See 3 of the Pioneers going after Silas, and here comes Rengar to try to counter. They will back off with there. They're looking for a fight. But Marion health is low. Having to back off. Does have his health though, so he back in after backing away. break, although try to have everyone's Rengar go
Turret plate
by himself. Actually a pretty smart move. Try to zone off power wow. That's it. Dive is Ragnarok coming out with Phyllis ult, and they're able to get the shutdown onto 6. Actually, everyone from and is down there. They're gonna get off. I don't flash off. What's going on, Cressman? Up in the top lane. I mean, see the Olaf getting caught, and he will go down. Echo's getting pretty low. Top is all, but does go down. A 1-for-1. Alice looks like his teleport top lane and see the engagement. Rengar go down. Down with a Jarvan. Catch him. Couple turret shots, so face down. Actually, if up the now, actually, even up on. Out there by about a. We do. So yeah, the cataclysm. That does let Indy up. Dive into power. But they are gonna go dive. Kane does pay for it. Alright, they get the. Not get the tower, they dive. I was at oh. Cressman. Other one. tries. Have to go. See some. Abs on spot. Let's go. Necromall coming. Spec